Zero and negative exponents. Well, we already know how exponents work. When we have a number 2 raised to the third power, well, the 3 exponent tells us to multiply 2 times 2 times 2. So you have 3. You multiply the base 3 times. So 2 times 2 is 4 times 2 is 8. Well, when we have a zero exponent, here's the definition. If you have a number a raised to the 0 power, your answer is always going to be 1. And that's just something you're going to have to memorize. And we could explore a pattern. Let's say we have 2 raised to the n power. Well, here, let's just draw it like this. If you have 2 to the third power, well, that's going to be 8. 2 to the second power would be 2 times 2, which is 4. 2 to the first power is going to be 2. And then 2 to the 0 power is going to be 1. Now, what would happen if it's a 2 to the negative 1 power or 2 to the negative 2 power? We don't know what those are yet. And that's what we're going to explore. So when you raise any number, any non-zero number to the 0 power, your answer is always 1. So that's our first rule. Now the second rule is with negative exponents. If you have, well, for example, if you have 3 raised to the negative 2, a negative exponent tells you to take the reciprocal of that. So the reciprocal of 3 raised to the negative 2 power would actually be 1 over 3 raised to the positive 2 power. So basically what you need to do is put a 1 on top and change the sign of the exponent from negative to positive. So we have 1 over 3 squared, which is the same thing as 1 over 3 times 3, which is the same thing as 1 over 9. So to complete our chart over here, 2 to the negative 1 power, you're going to take the reciprocal and change the exponent to a positive. And in this case, it would be 1 over 2 to the 1 power, which is the same thing as 1 over 2. So our answer is 1 over 2. And then 2 to the negative 2 power is going to be 1 over 2 squared, which is the same thing as 1 over 2 times 2, which is 1 over 4. So 2 to the negative 2 power is 1 over 4, 1/4. And it keeps on going like that. If you have 2 to the negative 3 power, we already saw that it's a reciprocal of that. So it'll be 2 to the third power. So it's 1 over 2 to the third power, which is 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. So it's 1/8. And you can keep going. So to the negative 4th power would be 1 over 16, and so on. So that's how zero and negative exponents work. So just to recap, any number, let's say 6, raised to the 0 power is 1. So any number raised to the 0 power is 1. And then any number, and again with that, it has to be a non-zero number. You can't have 0 raised to the 0 power. That doesn't work. So any non-zero number raised to the 0 power is 1. And then any non-zero number raised to a negative power is the reciprocal of that. It'll be and you change the sign of the exponent. So if it's 5 to the negative 3rd power, it'll be 1 over 5 to the 3rd power, which is 1 over 5 times 5 times 5. which is, well, 5 times 5 is 25, and 25 times 5 is 125. So it'll be 1 over 1/25. Okay, that should start to make sense. These are a couple fairly easy concepts to learn. If nothing else, just memorize the rules.